So what's up, y'all? It's Monday, Memorial Day, and I am chilling with not too much planned, just a little get together later on. Today, some things ran across my mind, and basically, it was more so I am 31 years old, and I choose traveling over being in a relationship with someone. I believe that there's several reasons to that. One being of my past with my family, my mother and my father, and how we were kind of like not as close. So I didn't develop like a close knitted type of relationship. So typically, I am very, very, very highly independent, and I prefer it that way. It's a lot more chill, no problems at all, a lot more peaceful. I think I learned myself a lot more. The only issue is to that is that I become too independent. I feel as if when I have tried to date, it doesn't work out because I have leaned on myself or I have depended on myself for way, way too long. So now it's trying to invite somebody else into your space. It just doesn't work because you feel as if everything that you have done or everything that you have succeeded in is what it is. So when it comes to compromising, I don't really put myself out there at all. It's pretty much my way or the highway. And I know there is some things that I need to work on, and that is one big thing. Although my life has been successful and I have like kind of flourished in all type of areas of life, but when it comes to being in a relationship with someone, I do need to learn how to compromise and step outside of everything being about me and my decision making. That is the first thing. Basically, the relationship that I had with my parents was kind of abnormal. So I think that plays a big, big part. I have been in therapy for the past what 4 or 5 years, ever since COVID. It had helped. It has helped me like tremendously, as far as like self development and healing from my past trauma. But when it comes to a relationship, it just doesn't. Nothing helps. I feel as if I am in this world alone a little bit, even though I know I'm not. It feels like that. And again, because everything has worked for me and I have sustained or obtained so much success with damn near everything I have done with my life, it makes me feel like everything is my way or the highway. So at this age of 31, of course, I walk around and I see people who are in love and I see people who travel together and I see people who have kids. And I'm like, oh, that is so cute. Like, that's so wonderful. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, I don't want them problems. You know what I mean? And I also love my financial situation. I also do not I know it sounds selfish and it is. I do not want to sacrifice my finances to take care of a child. I don't want to sacrifice my finances to help another human being like in a relationship. Um I don't want the struggles that comes with the relationship. I don't want the problems that come with the relationship. I know that sounds crazy, but a part of me just want the what they call it, the initial stage of life, the honeymoon phase. That's what I prefer. Like if I can have that honeymoon stage for the rest of my life, that would be amazing. Or the rest of our relationship, that would be amazing. So again, now that I'm 31 years old and I'm choosing to travel opposed to be in a relationship, I believe the third or the second component to that is dating in this year of 2024. And I would say dating for the past few years have just been blah. In the gay dating scene, you have different type of males. I'm not going to say that everyone is the same, but in a way they act like it. You have the one type who is more so focused on social media, where they want to look like they're in love and they want to look like they have it together and they want to look like they're in this perfect relationship. And then you have the second part of the people who are just so traumatized from their past, they don't even know how to be in a healthy relationship or to give out love or receive love. That's the second person. And then you have the third person who just wants to be on the scene. And those are typically younger people. They want to party. They want to hang out. They want to blow all their money. They want to call off work. Irresponsible. But again, they're young, so I can understand that. That's why I choose not to date younger people. And then you have this whole new generation of people, and no judgment, who just want sex. They just want sex. And that has never been my thing. I love sex, but it has never been my thing to sit here and meet up with you same day and lay down. Not my thing at all. And with that conversation, you have the people who do adult film. No judgment again. It's just not my thing. I don't know why. I'm very conservative when it comes to that. I prefer everything I do when I lay down is privately. Um, Not saying I don't get into some things because I do, but I prefer a private session. I prefer that there's love making, if you will. I prefer if there's a connection. Um, that's more of my thing. I mean, I do want to be happily in love one day. I do, but I just don't. I'll say the hope is a little lost with this generation of people, and I wouldn't even say generation, just people as a whole nowadays. Even with me traveling the world and meeting different people, I have run into some cool people, but it seems as if they're all the same. They're the same type of guys. Like I just stated, those three or four category of guys, which is so off putting for me. And I don't know. A lot of people say that I am a one percenter, and I believe so. My way of thinking is not the normal way of thinking, especially at my age. So I believe that it would take a little while for me to eventually find someone. But I also have to work on a lot myself. I have this box that I have to climb out of myself, you know? So I just wanted to get on here and have that quick little conversation and kind of free my mind. You guys are now like my side therapist. So I will get on here sometimes and just feel the need to, I guess, express or talk about how I feel at the current moment. But yeah, if you guys can give me any feedback, I really do appreciate that. That was just something that was on my mind. Again, if you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Like I said before, we typically talk about traveling, lifestyle, and on here we're gonna get to know each other, or you're gonna get to know me. Well, y'all have a good day. Happy Memorial Day.